Do you own a digital business such as a SaaS, a software, an e-commerce, a digital agency, an app business, or just a blog website and you're thinking about selling your website? The good news is it is possible to sell your business, your digital business. The bad news is only 18 to 20% of businesses in this area that actually want to sell actually end up selling. And I say this because there's various data points out there that prove this time and time again. As a matter of fact, one of the websites that we will utilize occasionally in our business when we work with digital businesses and helping them sell is one called BizBuySell. In each quarter, they will produce a report that actually lists the amount of data points in terms of businesses that are sold. And in Q1 just ended now in 2024, and they're stating that a total of 2,300 businesses actually sold in the first quarter, representing a value of over $1.8 billion, which is 24% higher than the same time last year. So that's the good news, is that there's an uptick in M&A activity, especially in the smaller business market. As it states here, small business acquisitions grow. Now, I focus on digital businesses. Now, the difference between us and a platform like this is the businesses that we take on board, 78% of those businesses actually sell. Why is that the case? Well, first of all, we have a process that actually builds lead quality to find qualified buyers for your business. But secondarily, we don't take everybody on board. We actually turn more businesses away than we take on board because we want to have high confidence that we can sell your business. And one of the things that I see time and time again, as I work with these business owners, as they think they've made that decision that they want to sell, is they're really not ready to sell, or they're not going to get the money that they think they're going to get. Because once you make a decision to sell, it doesn't mean your business is sold. There's a tremendous amount of work that actually needs to take place to generate leads of buyers to buy your business. But at the end of the day, the financials of your business, which is an asset, when you think about it in those terms, your asset is producing revenue and it's producing profit. And so businesses that are producing revenue and profit are going to get a various multiple of what industry they're in, such as SaaS, software, e-commerce, digital agency, all those types of things. And while we find comparables for other businesses that are being sold, what I see time and time again is that these businesses that actually raise their hand saying they want to sell, they end up leaving a lot of money on the table. And it's really unfortunate. Now, the good news is even businesses that we take on board end up leaving money on the table, but they do have enough revenue coming in and enough profit. But for the ones that we turn away, they're closer than they realize, yet they're also not as close as they realize because they really are not buttoned up in certain areas. And so they're not doing consistent revenue growth, which leads to more profit. They're having just too many ups and downs that they're too reliant on either a singular product or even a singular traffic source, and they don't have consistency in their business. And one of the areas that's really occurred in these businesses is taking advantage of artificial intelligence. And I say this because I'm talking to these digital businesses every week where a lot of them, even if they say they're using AI, when I start digging in below that comment of, yeah, we're using AI, I start digging below the surface a little bit and turns out they're really not leveraging the power of AI. And that's unfortunate because if they did, they would be able to get more consistent sales, which is going to lead to more profit, which is going to lead to them getting a sale price or an exit multiple or an exit price for what they're looking for, or maybe even higher. But the problem is a lot of people are intimidated by AI, and I get it. There's just so many tools out there and so many ways a business can use it. But the best way to use AI is just through marketing. Matter of fact, there's a report here going back to this BizBuySell report where they, again, track all this stuff quarterly. But in their recent quarterly report, where they talked about an uptick of the 24% higher sales in Q1 versus the same time last year, which is good news. When you scroll down and actually read the report. So the good news is that businesses are starting to use AI. The downside is not enough are using AI yet. Now, this sub-headline is a little bit misleading. It says 72% of small business owners says that AI has improved their business. What they're really mean here is it's of the businesses that are using it. Really only 35% of small business owners are using AI in their business today. And what I find fascinating is even in this 35%, a lot of them are still really not tapping into the opportunities that AI can do. And of those 35%, this is where it comes from, 72+% has said it's improved their performance, which is where they're getting this headline from. So of those 35% of people that are using AI, what are they really doing with it? Well, most of them are using it for marketing, 69%, 37% are then using it for analytics, and then 28% of that are also using it for customer service. But marketing and analytics are two of the most powerful ways any business can use AI. And I don't care what level you're at. This is what we're doing in our business, is where we're leveraging AIs in marketing and analytics. And those two things right there alone is one of the areas that I see time and time again that the digital businesses that I work with are not even doing this outside of AI. They're not leveraging their marketing capabilities enough and their analytics. Those two things right now, if you just focused on those two things, would clearly move the needle. And I see this time and time again. So now you factor AI into that equation, and it allows you, the smaller business, to compete more with the bigger players and be more efficient. So it's going to help you reduce your cost and grow your profitability. It's also going to help you increase your revenue. But you got to know what to use. And I get it, because it's intimidating. There's so much out there. People don't know what to do. But again, so many business owners, while they say they might be using it, when I dig below the surface just a little bit, they're really not. So if you are struggling to get consistent sales and you're starting to use AI, or you're thinking about it and you don't know what to do, go ahead and click the button or the link somewhere on this video. We can set up a time to chat. And every time I have one of these calls with a digital business owner, I see opportunities time and time again. And that's because the business owner is typically wearing many hats, or they've got so many fires they're dealing with, they can't see the forest for the trees. And so it's just human nature where you're going to miss opportunities. And a lot of times that fresh set of eyes will give you a brand new perspective on where you're missing opportunities. That's really low hanging fruit. And if you leverage it more for marketing and going deep on marketing or your analytics, you're going to turn that corner a little bit and nudge your business higher in revenue and higher in profitability. So when you do go to sell it, you're going to get more money for it, which is what you really deserve anyway. So if that sounds like you and you're struggling in that area, go ahead and click the button or the link somewhere around this video. All right, thanks.